1008. Still hitting it with 20 kilowatts. It started out with 40. And so I'm just going to hit it for like 15 minutes because this crap is expensive. It's 3 times more than if I charge in Hanford. I'm charging in Lemoore, California, where they are freaking bending the community over with um, the rates they charge them here in Lemoore, California, compared to 8 miles away in Hanford, California. You can charge for 3 times cheaper. So to charge up one of these Teslas, $18 worth, 18 bucks. You go to Hanford, you can put $6. But this car only uses a little bit. I'll probably be taking off at, let me see, once it gets down to like 8 kilowatts per hour, I'm just going to turn it off and take off. Because at that price, I'd rather just go charge on level 2 charging in Hanford. Um, right? Because basically, it only saves you if I put in a few kilowatts over there in half hour, it just saved you 15 minutes. So figure, well, actually it only saves you like 20. It only saves you like $1. So I'll just go ahead and um, I'll let it get up to like, see, I pulled in with a 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll just let it charge up here. But when it drops down to 8 kilowatts, I'll just take off because I can finish charging at that speed at 8 kilowatts. Well, actually, what I need to do is completely let it charge up. That way I can make it to Hanford and back so that I can speed charge on the way back. That's a new term. Speed charge. I can't really um, put this, I can't really put this phone out here in the sun because this one has a real bad problem with heating up. Um, so, um, yeah, I'll only charge 15 minutes and I'm down the road. But yeah, that'd be nice if you had more capacity. You charge real quick, 15 minutes, and you're good. You wouldn't even have to stop. All you need is the range. And I'm finding out that the batteries is bullshit. They're making them to fail. You remember when they had the cordless phones and they would sell the freaking cordless phones like $10? Everybody had cordless phones. This is before we had cellular phones. It went to cordless. Everybody used to have, a phone on the wall and long extension cords, they would stretch their telephone. And then around 1982, cordless phones hit the market. They were selling them at Pet Boys. You'd buy cordless phones. You'd buy them at Kmart. There was Conair and some other brands. And everybody had a cordless phone. And the batteries would go out on them on the regular. This is how they make their money, selling the batteries, not the phone. You know that. And so I suspect they're doing the same because it's the same battery. I just ordered a battery pack right now for my GPS. See how the GPS turned off? Because the battery's no good in it. So I ordered a battery, but you have to have a special tool. So I got the tools today, and then you have to heat it with um, a hair dryer so that the sealant gets melty, and then you can
take the back cover off to change the battery. And those batteries are the same batteries that are in the cars, at least in the some of the Toyotas and the Nissans. Okay, these are flat battery pouches. They're flexible and not like your battery cells that come in a flashlight. Some people are using thousands of battery cells where these Japanese brands are using flat, like what's in your telephone. And I've got one on the way. And so I don't think it's a matter of they can't get it to recharge a million times. It's that they want it to recharge a certain amount of times so that it fails and you have to buy a new one. That's what they're doing. And so anyhow, I've got an idea for the engineers. I know you won't believe me and you think I've got delusions of grandeur, but I'm the one who came out with the idea for adaptive cruise control. I'm the one who said it when I was going to college, I think. And so now I've got another idea. And this will be a safety feature because you know that tailgaters are, people don't realize how bad tailgaters are causing um, bad things to happen out on the road. Tailgating is really, really bad. What it does to your psychology, and that's why they call it a tailgater, because it blocks an escape route for you. And tailgating is against the law, but how in the hell are you going to enforce it? Right? How are they going to catch people? They can do it, but they're not doing it. Okay, they got other things to do. Okay, so I've got a good idea. This will make the roads a lot safer. And it's, you know that adaptive cruise control is one step better than regular cruise control because it tracks the vehicle in front of you. And so I've got another idea for a sensor to be put on the back of the car. Also, because you got a sensor in front. It's a big block like that. I've seen it. I've looked at it. And it sends out some kind of radar beam or something, and it locks onto the car in front of it, and it'll maintain your speed at whatever speed the car in front of you. If the car speeds up, your car speeds up. And so what they need is a circuit on the back of the vehicle for when there's a car coming behind you, so that you can track it, so your vehicle accelerates when it accelerates. That way they can't tailgate you. It keeps a distance, right? Like about a quarter of a mile. And I don't know if they can do it or not. But that way it'll keep them from tailgating you. And what you can do is you can put some parameters on it to where you tell it to lock onto the vehicle behind you. So let's say the vehicle is doing, um, well, let's say the vehicle is doing 58 miles per hour. No, let's just say for simplicity's sake, let's say 55 miles per hour. So it locks on the vehicle, and you can have set your own parameters for it to speed up as the vehicle approaches you. It speeds your car up to maintain the distance between you up to a certain point, say 10 miles over 55 miles per hour. So if the car behind you speeds up 10 miles per hour, it kicks your system off and drops you back down 10 miles per hour. so that you're doing 55. So if this bozo is doing 70 miles per hour, when he pulls up behind you, he should pass. Okay? That tells you right there they're being freaking uh, a prick. Okay? And driving like a bitch. And so this is the circuit that they can work on. The only problem that I can see is, let's see, how many telephone poles are there in a mile? There's like 10 telephone poles, right? So it would be like one, two, it would only be like two-thirds of a mile. If it could track a car for two-thirds of a mile, I don't know how far they can track. I think it's like I mean, two tenths of a mile. I think they can only track for like 1/10 of a mile. But if they can track farther, 2/10 of a mile would be awesome, right? And the car would never be able to get up and tailgate you. And so if it speeds up to 65, you're doing 65. And I mean, you can set it to wherever, if it 10 miles, 10 miles more would be 65. And people travel on these roads 65 all the time. From what I understand, it's a 55 mile an hour zone, but they are doing 80 miles per hour. Okay, these are all the correctional officers commuting between um, Hanford, Lemoore, and um, Avenel, California, or Coalinga. Those are where the two prisons are. There's Pleasant Valley State Prison in Coalinga, and then there's Avenel State Prison in Avenel. And I've traveled with these people, so I know they're doing freaking 80 miles an hour. Last time I rented a car, I was freaking traveling with them, and they're doing 80 miles per hour the whole way. And so there's no issue with going up to 65 miles per hour when the speed limit is 55. Okay, so that would be a nice circuit. You kick it on at 55 to track the vehicle behind you. You have parameters set already that if it will push you, basically, if this car is continuing to accelerate, it will push you to keep maintain the distance where you're at. And once it gets up to 65 miles per hour, it kicks the system off, drops you back down to 55 miles per hour. This way you know that the dude behind you is a tailgater and a freaking clown. Okay? And this will make the roads much, much safer because tailgaters are much more dangerous than people realize or acknowledge. Okay, so I'm already up to 11 and I'm sitting at 11 kilowatts. So when it drops down to 8 kilowatts, I'm just going to go ahead and take off. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be popping in all through today. Signing out. Wow, no people in here. Signing out from Lemoore, California. I'm getting a fast charge today. This is puts out 50 kilowatts, but my car is only accepting right now at this time. Right now, it's only accepting 11. Okay, so it only pumps up to 40 kilowatts just for like a minute or two, and so this lady wants to use this anyway. So signing out from Lemoore, California. Stay tuned for more valuable information. I hope you watch uh, the videos that I told you earlier. If you haven't watched it, type this into your YouTube search engine. We've, that's WE apostrophe VE, okay? We've warned you about this for 35 years, okay? 35 is number, not written. We've warned you about this for 35 years. Then just, along with that, maybe if you just put in David Icke as well, that'll take you right to it. Okay? And these things that they're talking about,
that are unbelievable what they're doing. Okay, the people are ready to listen. I'm not going to repeat what it is because it sounds so freaking bizarre. Okay, but you watch it there. Just type in, "We've warned you about this for 35 years, David Icke." Okay, and that'll bring you up to speed and you'll be on the same page. Alrighty then. Talk to you later. So I just turned this thing on and I pulled in with 5. I've already got 5, so I'm good to go. It's charging at 10 kilowatts. I'm good to go. And I'll just well, actually this is twice as fast. So what I spend here 15 minutes would take me a half hour in Hanford. But I'm ready to go. And I'll get my stuff and then I'll show you some of the things that I've got. I know I've already shown you once. But whatever I pick up or if I learn anything, then I'll be making a video um, and showing you the stuff. But I'm going to get on down the road because I've already pumped up 6 kilowatts. So that's 6 times 4 is 24 miles. So it's 8 miles to Hanford. And then, I got a few miles to mess around in there and then go over and start charging. And I'll save $1. It'll take an extra 15 minutes, but if I'm talking to all y'all, time goes by fast. And besides, this lady wants to use the charger. Alrighty. Yeah, that lady right there. She's waiting. She just pulled up. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later.